Another beloved YouTuber is leaving the platform. Stop standing Emma Chamberlain, please. No longer a fan.
Oh, Emma is unstable. I cried about that.
The dread has been brewing for a long time.
I just start to feel like, okay, what's the point of life if all I'm doing is just surviving until the next day?
Emma Chamberlain came from an unexpectedly sad past and quickly found fame in her teenage years.
When I'm having a little depressive episode, it'll turn into an existential crisis. And I know that that sounds really morbid and dark.
But with her inexperience came lots of drama and hate. Who the hell is Emma Chamberlain, and why is she selling this for $39 when you can buy one at Walmart for $5? Don't slap your name up there and then get mad when the backlash comes back at you.
It looks like this. This is the packaging.
She's really ripping y'all off and you just letting her. How is Emma Chamberlain so loved and so deeply hated at the same time? Emma Chamberlain is overrated. Holy crap, the privilege that reeked off that whole rant, and it's quite amazing to see people coddling her, per usual of course. What pushed her to her breaking point?
Which makes people no longer like me anymore, and I might get a bunch of for it. I'm fine. Everything's fine, right? Everything's fine.
Before we get into the story, we'd like to thank our sponsor for today's video, Private Internet Access. With over 30 million downloads and a no-logs policy that has been proven in court, Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN provider. When you use Private Internet Access, your information travels through an encrypted tunnel to ensure your data remains secure. This way, you can hide your IP address and keep your digital life away from the prying eyes of your internet service providers, network administrators, and government censors. However, it's not all about privacy and security. Since Private Internet Access is compatible with all major streaming services, you can use it to watch movies and television shows from all around the world. What's more, this is one of the few VPNs that fully supports P2P file sharing and torrenting, so you know your downloads will be secure. Private Internet Access is available for all operating systems, from Windows to macOS, iOS, Android, and many more. Plus, it comes with the added bonus of blocking ads, trackers, and malicious websites, making your online experience on any device much safer. If you want to start enjoying all the benefits of Private Internet Access, this is a perfect time, as we have a special discount for you. Go to privateinternetaccess.com/spill to get 83% off and 4 extra months for free. That's less than $2 per month for a private digital life. Now back to the story. Success online can come in many different forms, whether it be blogging, vlogging, making music, or designing clothes. There's an audience for pretty much everything online. However, fame can build and break relationships, cause drama, and even reveal a dark past.
It's so embarrassing that I'm crying. Why am I bawling my eyes out? I thought I was gonna use this in a video, and now I'm like, no, I'm crying too hard. But
20-year-old influencer and lifestyle vlogger Emma Chamberlain has taken the internet by storm. With over 11.3 million YouTube subscribers and 15.3 million followers on Instagram, she's accomplished some pretty great things. In 2019, the New York Times called Emma the funniest person on YouTube, praising her relatability. Not to mention, she's a style icon and ambassador for Louis Vuitton. In 2021, Emma hosted an award show for the luxury brand LVMH. It was a private event with only the nominees and high-profile fashion designers watching. If that wasn't enough to impress, Emma was also named one of Time's most influential people on the internet. Her popularity also landed her an invite to the Met Gala. But what exactly does she do? Emma vlogs about her various life experiences in a quirky, fun editing style. Despite her astronomical success, Emma hasn't had the easiest life. Emma faced a child's worst fear.
When I was 5, my parents got divorced and my mom moved like 20 minutes away from my dad.
By age 6, she turned to YouTube to connect with other people and escape hard times when she could. During her childhood, her family struggled financially, which led her to be embarrassed by her living situation.
We're living in a one-bedroom apartment, and all my friends at school are living in these massive mansions. It was tough socially, I would say. I didn't want to have people over, that's for sure.
But YouTube was Emma's support. She said it allowed her to feel like she had friends that were cool and gave her people to look up to. Emma would use school projects as a reason to make videos, using different effects to make her friends and classmates laugh. However, in 2017, Emma no longer enjoyed high school and reached out to her father for advice. He insisted on her following her passions, even if it was outside of school. So, Emma dropped out of school and turned to YouTube. Emma's life turned around in July 2017 when one of her videos went viral. The video titled "We All Owe the Dollar Store an Apology" reached over 500,000 views at the time and is now sitting at 4.4 million views. In the video, she showcased her haul from the dollar store.
So the first thing I got was like one of the first things I saw when I walked in. So I got this Ninja Hero set, and you might be like, Emma, you know, why would you purchase that?
Emma chalked up the success of the video to dollar store videos being a YouTube trend at the time, claiming it ended up working in her favor. Her next big hit was from October 2017, about her decision to drop out of school.
I could not cope with being at school. It just got to the point where it was simple. One morning, I literally woke up and I was like, I will never go to that school again.
Reaching over 8.6 million views, she got personal with her audience in a storytime style vlog. By June 2018, Emma's channel had taken off. Her friendships with YouTubers like James Charles and the Dolan twins, affectionately known as the Sister Squad, helped her with fun collaborations. One of the most popular collabs was Turning Me Into an LA Girl, where they gave Emma a makeover and tips to make her fit in LA.
Wait, Emma, do you walk places here?
I mean, like, yeah, I got a couple.
Are you? The Uber needs to pick you up outside of your door every single time.
As her popularity soared, Emma got invited to big events, like Paris Fashion Week.
That was so scary. But I loved it. But I also have my phone, like, kind of like not classy. I'm like posing a match.
Emma's likability and relatability quickly earned her the title of teen influencer. People liked how real and down-to-earth Emma was, not caring if Emma was wearing makeup or had just rolled out of bed. Throughout her rise to fame, she was battling with a personal struggle. Emma was struggling with body image and body dysmorphia. In an interview with Cosmopolitan, Emma opened up about her issues with body image. "I've been fully not at a healthy weight, and I thought I was obese multiple times. It's awful. My whole family was telling me I looked terrible. They were like, 'You look like you're dying.' I was like, 'I think I look great.'" She said the LA lifestyle put pressure on her to have the perfect body and explained it's a mind f***. Emma also opened up about her mental health struggles and how it got worse as she aged.
Anxiety is something I've struggled with since I was a child. As I grew up, my anxiety continued and showed itself in different ways, whether that was not being able to fall asleep because I was afraid that something was going to happen to my parents, or whether that was maybe not being able to be comfortable socially because I was anxious about what other people thought of me.
She said she now prioritizes finding ways to cope. Despite Emma's popularity and getting real with her fans, there was an abundance of hate towards her, and it seemed to be never ending. But why were people sending Emma hate?
People think that she's like trying too hard to be relatable, like it's not her real personality, blah blah blah.
Ever since Emma Chamberlain uprooted her life and moved to Los Angeles, all of these videos have been coming out on her, clocking millions and millions of views, saying negative things about the way that she has changed since she has moved there.
I feel like people also might think this is like, oh, you're trying to be funny and like it's not funny.
One of Emma's notable moments was when she won the Breakout Creator Award at the 8th Annual Streamy Awards, but gave an awkward speech.
I just want to say thank you guys for being so welcoming, because I'm new, you know? It's been great. Thanks, I guess.
Emma later explained on her podcast that her behavior was because of her anxiety, but this didn't seem to matter to people. By 2017, only a year into her YouTube career, she continued to receive a lot of hate comments.
Why do people think this is funny? This is just stupid.
But Emma tried to keep a good attitude about it, often replying in the comments in a humorous way.
You were getting on my nerves through the whole thing. Through the whole thing? At least you watched the whole thing.
She wasn't afraid to call out her haters.
OMG, you're so stupid. Like, are you high or drunk? I don't like you and you don't act your age, so yeah. Anybody who ends their sentence with so yeah is usually a preteen at best, so I'm just gonna let you kind of cool down on your own here and we can talk later, all right?
Some people nitpicked over the smallest things.
Using white letters in very bold or very thin fonts on thumbnail, lowercase letters entitled to distract from the fact that she's an alternative basic white. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit shook, okay? I had no clue that like my choices of font could tell you so much about me. Like, that is so crazy.
Regardless of hater complaints, Emma has handled herself well. 2 years later, in 2019, Emma addressed her haters again.
A lot of people miss the old me. Now I'm apparently very different. You know, I grew up a little bit. I moved out. I moved to LA. Like, I don't know.
However, with the hate, she also received a lot of love and support. Even from May 2019 to February 2022, Emma went from 7.3 million subscribers to 11.2 million. The hate Emma received at the beginning of her career may seem bizarre and even petty, but things got serious when Emma was actually put on blast for her questionable behavior. In 2018, YouTuber Maddie Noel posted a video claiming she was mentioned by Emma in one of her storytime videos. Maddie explained she was at a pool party at Playlist Live Orlando and was able to get into the special section for creators only before she was booted out.
I was lucky enough to have been given a badge to get in from my friend who is a creator. So I'm chilling, talking to a few people I had met, and before the show even ends, security just jumps out of nowhere and starts going, get on, golf carts pull up, and I know I'm not supposed to be there, I'm not famous.
Maddie claimed she wasn't supposed to be at the hotel because she didn't have a VIP badge, and turned to Emma for advice since they were close in age. She said Emma was very reassuring and friendly and invited her to continue the night with them. Maddie said wherever they went, the music was too loud for conversation. Eventually, Maddie was caught for not having a VIP badge and was taken away from the group. Maddie asked Emma to come with her to her hotel to make sure she got back safely.
She told me, of course. She rode on the golf cart with me. I made sure to tell everyone how kind and inviting Emma was.
Emma would later release a video explaining that Maddie was a huge burden and implied Maddie took away from her fun.
The girl that had been following us around all night that I did not know, she shows her badge and the guy immediately is like,
that's not real.
And he's like, where'd you even get this? And she's just like lying. And he's like, yeah, you need to go before we'll kick you out. I meet up with my friends, we're like walking into the party, and she like literally goes like, no, take me back to the hotel. And I'm like, I do not know you.
It's not like easy. It's not like a little 2-minute walk. Like, you have to hop on a golf cart. It's a hassle. The fact that I was gonna have to do that for her was not okay with me.
People weren't impressed with Emma's behavior. I love Emma, but damn, she reminds me of those people who suddenly talk shit once you turn around. I like how everyone's defending Emma by saying she was nice to her face, as if being two-faced and ingenuine is okay. How she handled this was rude and uncalled for. Emma faced more backlash in late 2018 for an insensitive tweet. She deleted the tweet immediately after seeing everyone's reactions. Emma Chamberlain really made a transphobic comment and hasn't seemed to apologize for it. I'm not surprised. Never liked Emma Chamberlain. I knew something was off with her when she made a transphobic joke. I'm just gonna say this now. If you were a fan of Emma Chamberlain in any way, unfollow me now because we don't support transphobic tweets in this house. These weren't the only times people complained about Emma's not-so-nice behavior. In 2020, allegations came out claiming Emma was a bully in high school. Someone claiming to be a former classmate of hers posted on TikTok claiming Emma called her names and was rude to her. Some people believe the accusations could be true. She honestly looks like the type of person to bully, not gonna lie. If I were to see someone from my school go on to be famous promoting kindness, then yeah, I'd want to expose that since they didn't care about being kind in high school. She should at least explain herself instead of avoiding the whole situation, to be honest. However, Emma had a lot of supporters as well. I think people make mistakes when they're young. Leave her alone, LMAO. She was in a really bad place mentally, so people who are in a bad place are more likely to bully others. Another scandal came out in June 2020 after Emma posted a picture that some people believe was offensive towards the Asian community. The now deleted picture showed Emma with her hands on the side of her face and what appeared to be her pulling her face back to give herself the appearance of smaller eyes. Non-Asian people have been pulling their eyes back for years to make fun of natural Asian eye shapes. It's a symbol of oppression for us. Personally, as an Asian, Emma Chamberlain's post made me uncomfortable. I've literally had people purposely slant their eyes when I tell them I'm Asian. Emma later apologized in a now deleted tweet, saying it was not her intention to be insensitive. Emma caught heat again after a screenshot from one of her deleted videos went viral on Twitter, showing her with dark makeup on her face. Some people were outraged, calling the look blackface. However, it was later revealed the picture of Emma with the dark foundation had been edited. In the actual video, Emma used dollar store makeup to create a look.
Oh my god. It kind of looks like I'm rubbing pudding on my face.
In a now deleted Notes app screenshot, Emma apologized for the look, explaining she grabbed the wrong shade by accident. Another of Emma's infamous scandals involved her fashion line called Low Key, where she pixelated product photos slapped with a high price. Many people felt she was scamming her audience. Emma Chamberlain's clothing line is so basic and expensive, I'm so disappointed. Who is Emma Chamberlain, and why does she think she can sell $40 non-refundable blurred out clothes? This who the locals think is funny? Okay, I love Emma Chamberlain, but her clothing line is absolutely ridiculous. All the items are blurred, so you can't even see what you're buying. Emma responded to the backlash by explaining her side while also agreeing with the outrage.
Somebody said that my clothing line's really expensive. I'd like to say that I didn't come up with the prices for my clothing line. Yes, it's technically mine, I guess, but not really, because all I did was design the clothes and half of it, yeah. So like, it's not really up to me, those things, and honestly, I agree. I think it's really, really expensive, and honestly, I would be a little bit triggered too.
Her business ventures took a blow again when she released her own line of coffee in December 2019. Why does Emma Chamberlain's coffee is so expensive? Ugh! If you think fair trade is expensive, think about Emma Chamberlain's coffee, which is $60 for 30 sachets. And despite having eco-friendly packaging, there's no mention of her coffee being fair trade. She sold premium single-serve steeped coffee bags at $60 for 30 bags. A lot of people felt they were being scammed. BuzzFeed reached out to Emma's reps, but her publicist refused to comment. The public's response to all of her scandals has been always mixed with love and hate, but one person really couldn't support Emma after all her mistakes. Y'all praise Emma Chamberlain for setting a good example, but is she? Didn't go to college so she could drink overpriced coffee all day and scam her followers. But it's okay because she doesn't wear makeup and she's natural? She's just another skinny blonde relatable white girl, and the fact that you could still support her even after all this stuff just because she's cool is not okay. And you can't just slap on a funny face filter and make it all better. Stop standing Emma Chamberlain, please. People also paid close attention to the relationships Emma had with other influencers and friends, specifically the ones that fell apart. But was it Emma's fault? Emma was well known for being part of the Sister Squad, which was composed of Emma, James Charles, and the Dolan twins, and started in 2018 when Emma visited LA. They loved to travel together and make videos that would hit the double-digit millions. Unfortunately, their friendship didn't last. In 2019, James had a public falling out with fellow YouTuber Tati Westbrook, causing many influencers to cut ties with James. Emma and the Dolan twins also quietly distanced themselves from James, with Emma unfollowing James on Instagram and the Dolan twins making videos without the Sister Squad. Emma and the twins stayed in contact at the time and attended Coachella together without James. And now, Emma doesn't hang out with the Dolan twins at all. It's unclear what happened between the trio we all thought were best friends. Before the Sister Squad, Emma was close friends with Hannah Maloche, but this didn't end well either. In 2019, rumors began to circle when Emma didn't wish Hannah, her friend of 4 years, a happy birthday. People also noticed Emma's silence when Ellie Thuman, a mutual friend of the girls, posted a long birthday message for Hannah, calling Hannah her best friend. In another video, Ellie explained she didn't want to talk about the situation. She said she loved both girls, but they weren't as close anymore.
What happened to the Gerties? The thing is, I love both Emma and Hannah with my whole heart, and I will always have a special place for them in my heart. But that doesn't mean we're necessarily all close anymore.
She hoped people would cherish the memories of their friendships and collabs.
It was a genuine friendship, and those memories are something that I'll remember forever, and I think you guys will too. And the thing is, there's no tea behind that. There's no drama that happened.
Much later, in February 2022, Emma explained she never has bad intentions in friendships.
I
never did anything evil. I know that for a fact. And do you know what? If I did, I'm sorry.
Friendships weren't the only trouble Emma had. There was underlying drama in Emma's dating life, which opened up a deeper conversation about her sexual identity. In a recent episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast, Emma said she was a late bloomer and explained she wasn't the stereotypical feminine girl growing up. She shared a memory about someone questioning her sexuality.
Like, I remember my ex-boyfriend was like, we were dating and like one of his friends was like, dude, like she doesn't actually like you. Like I think she likes girls. So he actually told my ex-boyfriend why he thought this. And it was because I didn't wear makeup and I wore sweatpants a lot.
Some speculated the ex-boyfriend may have been Ethan Dolan, but their relationship was never confirmed. Hurtful experiences like these led Emma to finding what she truly needs out of a partner. She is now dating musician Tucker Pillsbury and said she feels comfortable because both her masculine and feminine traits are appreciated. Emma has always kept fallouts private, but she recently shared how she was the victim in a lot of relationships with other influencers. In a 2019 interview with W Magazine, Emma shared the shocking number of influencers who wronged her. I've dealt with a lot of people with bad intentions. Just because somebody has a following does not mean that they are a good person or a good friend. 4 of my best friends are YouTubers, but that's just a coincidence. I've been backstabbed multiple times, literally at least 10 just off the top of my head, by other YouTubers, and it's awful. 3 years later, in 2022, Emma spoke about this situation again, going into more detail on the Call Her Daddy podcast.
There's a lot of trying to, use you to get farther. There was like a few instances where, people would want me to appear in their videos, for example. I would be like, I can't today because like I need to be working, and maybe because they were more successful than me in some ways or whatever. When they would be like, you have to, I would be like, okay. A lot of the times it was like, what was our friendship without content?
Some believed she was talking about Sister Squad or Ellie Thuman, claiming they appeared rude or frustrated with Emma in their collab videos. After all the hate, scandals, and struggle to upload weekly, Emma hit a breaking point. On November 18th, 2021, Emma admitted on her podcast Anything Goes to having an existential crisis.
So, yesterday and the day before that, I had kind of an existential crisis. And a lot of people use that word as an exaggeration, but I actually had an existential crisis for the past 2 days. And let me tell you, it's not comfortable and it's not fun.
Emma said she was having moments where nothing in her life seemed fun anymore. Everything felt like a chore to her, and she was doing the bare minimum in life to get by. She spoke about reaching out to family members for advice and claimed to be in a better mental place. She ended her episode on a positive note.
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're here, okay? So let's just make it fun. Don't take life so seriously. Don't stress about the small stuff.
In December 2021, Emma deleted her TikTok account, which had over 10 million followers, claiming TikTok made her lazy. About a year later, things got even worse. On February 24th, 2022, Emma revealed on her podcast that she would be taking a break from YouTube.
From the time that I was 16 to now, I have uploaded a YouTube video almost every week. Not a week has gone by where I have not thought about YouTube. And when you think about something, from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to bed, every single day, it takes a toll on you. It takes a huge toll on you. When something is that all-consuming, burnout is completely inevitable.
She claimed that she was experiencing something darker than before.
I started to think about the concept of YouTube in general, and this led me down an even darker existential crisis where I'm like, what even is this? Like, what even is this? The concept of me just filming myself and then posting it and then that's it? And that's my job? I was like, what the this is so weird.
Emma said she felt confused about what to do next and announced she would be taking a break from YouTube.
I felt this pressure to know what move to take next. I got to such a dark place in this hamster wheel of being a YouTuber that I just said, you know what? I can't do this at all. I need to step back completely. I need to step back and heal from the years and years of burnout and give myself weeks, months, years to figure out if it's something that I can do in a healthy way.
But Emma isn't gone for good. She's continuing her podcast and coffee business. Something about her solution to step away upset many people, including fans. In recent weeks, Emma has faced a lot of backlash from fans, especially in her subreddit r/Emma Chamberlain. This podcast just came off like a big wine fest to me. If you were working to the bone when you spent 30 hours a week editing, most people work at least 45 hours a week. You're burnt out and don't have time for a social life? Welcome to having a job. She's bragging about her job that made her famous and rich. She can actually quit if she feels like, woe is me. Emma's so out of touch in reality. Even her long-term fans felt Emma wasn't being genuine anymore. Ever since she stopped making YouTube content, she has become a total walking ad and cover girl for tons of companies. Emma is not relatable anymore, and I think that's the main reason why a lot of her viewers lost the connection with her. Now, however, she is a millionaire. Fans also expressed concern about Emma's content. One person even suggested it was becoming dangerous. Emma's fans began to express serious concern over a possible ED, and some can't enjoy her content any longer. I'm coming to a point where I can't watch them anymore because of how triggering they are. I see the rapid decline in her weight. It's come to a point that I feel physically uncomfortable looking at her. I have to stop consuming. As someone in recovery from a restrictive ED, it is hard to hear Emma obsess about food constantly. It's boring and triggering. One person even felt Emma was promoting a negative lifestyle with a photo she posted posing sideways. Trigger warning, her latest Instagram post is basically Anybody else thought so? But is this really her fault? Emma's still young and seems to be doing her best to navigate the life of fame she built.
I never, on my whole time on the internet, have ever posted something with a negative intent.
It's hard for anyone to have it all figured out at 20 years old, especially in the public eye and while struggling with body image issues and anxiety. While some fans may feel Emma has changed, she still has other fans who understand and support her. You know when you were young and you thought getting rich and famous would make you happy and solve all your problems? All I'm saying is she has a lot to deal with, and she isn't the same person she was 3 years ago. Maybe what she's doing right now is the best way to handle her current life situation. Emma is still sitting at 11.3 million subscribers on YouTube, and she's posting weekly podcast episodes on Spotify, showing the world she's still very well loved. Becoming a social media influencer seems to be every kid's dream, a way to make money while doing what you love. But there's a dark side to oversharing and filming your life.
Well, let me overshare a little bit. I mean, it never hurt anyone, except for me later when I have to watch it.
Your daily routines start to become work, and may even become scripted as you embellish and exaggerate to be more entertaining. Emma started at just 16 years old, and found herself making lots of mistakes throughout the years.
You go from being a child where you live with this kind of blissful ignorance, right? You don't have the life experience and the intelligence yet to start to question things.
As being an influencer becomes more desirable, the more pressure there will be on existing influencers to be good role models. This is the story of Emma Chamberlain, the YouTuber who is hated as much as she is loved. Before you go, don't forget to check the description box to get a special deal from our sponsor, Private Internet Access.